Hello, lovelies. I'm here. Who's with me? Who's in the house? Come on down. We got big things going on. It's a big Monday. Who's here? I see people. Are you ready to get busy? Get your Motivational Monday on? I know I am. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Susan. Good to see everyone. Here they all come. Rebecca's here too. Yay. And Riddy. Hello, Riddy. And MJ. Hello. And Martha. Hello, Rebecca. Happy June is right. June 1st, you guys. What is up? Catherine and Carla. Hello. Tammy. Yay. Hi, Shara. And Pamela's here. And there's my girl, Vanessa. Gwen's in the house. And so is Brenda. And Allison. Hello, Allison. And Angela. Joanne. Happy Monday. And Gisela. And Angela. Oh, that's it. What is this? Mo says, oh my gosh, I just saw the topic of your talk and I'm thinking exactly the same thing. I need action. Okay. Good, good, good. You need action? I've got 10 things for you to help take action. You know, we all need this, don't we? And we need the reminders that, you know, there's a lot going on, but that doesn't have to paralyze us and make us not do anything. Have you ever done that? There's my girl Yvonne. Love the hearts. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. That's, you know, that's a gift. I love hearts. They're so lovely. And I also love the fact that you guys share these videos. Thank you for that, because your sharing is caring, and your sharing, it means a lot to me. It means that you trust me. It means that you love, you know, you love what we're doing here. And that says something. So thank you for that. This Wednesday at 5 p.m., are you ready? This Wednesday at 5 p.m., I'm going to be cooking, okay? I'm going to be cooking. I told you that I would do it through May. I almost made it all the way through May, but there was, you know, I just really quite honestly got a little bit fried. There's a lot to do there and all of that. So Amy's here, Mary's here, yay! So anyway, so if you want to watch me on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing that. So you want to check out all of that. This sprint is starting a week from today. And you know what? Wouldn't it be great for us to all be in there just doing it together, cheering each other on? Have you ever been in a race? I've been in like one 5K in my life, one. And let me just tell you something. When you fly over that finish line and everybody's there cheering you on, that feels like a real sense of accomplishment. Well, I'm inviting you to become not just stand on the sidelines and cheer on, but actually run the race. Let's do the sprint together. Come on. You know, it is amazing. It's free and it does things for you. It does things for you that you're not going to see, you know, in a lot of different things. This is an anti-inflammatory thing. You know, it's getting rid of the inflammation, and everything in it has research to back it up. You're going to see. There's recipes, there's all kinds of stuff, and we also have such an incredible community that just supports, loves, and holds everybody up. Don't you love that? I do. It's really important. This week, now, for those of you who have ever been stuck or find that you get starving when you're doing any kind of plan, any kind of weight reduction or whatever, you've got to get Leptofix. This fixes your broken leptin, because when we start to lose weight, our leptin immediately goes twang, and then we start getting super hungry. I'm sorry, but can I just say it? Can I be honest? That sucks. Who wants that? Well, this fixes it. That's why it's called Leptofix. And it is one of the most powerful supplements. This is why I have it here. You know, we're the only one with this formula. We are it. So grab it and put it in your cart. And when you do, ships free is what you get. You get free shipping. How do you like that? If you order $200, you get this lovely mindful mug. Isn't that darling? I love this thing. We just ordered a whole truckload, you guys. So you're gonna wanna get on that. $200 and throw in the Leptofix. I will also send you a little card that says how wonderful you are and how much I appreciate you. So that's what we have. And this is what the card looks like, you guys. Isn't that fun? So our quote of the week is, if an egg is broken from an outside force, life ends. If an egg is broken from an inside force, life begins. Because great things start from the inside. That's from my friend Jim Quick. He's a smart guy. Jim teaches you things about your brain. He's the one who got me all excited about this stuff because, you know, ta-da, you know, no surprise. If you don't fix the way you think, you're not going to fix anything else in your life. That's just the way it is. It's our thinking, because our thinking leads to our feelings, and our feelings lead to saying over and over again stuff that holds us back. And then we overthink, and then we're, you know how that is. I don't even need to mention that, do I? Yeah, you guys know. This Friday is Q&A. We have the best questions. You guys ask the best questions. You seriously do. And if you have a nutrition question, a cooking question, whatever, send an email to support@savingdinner.com, and in the subject line, put question for Leanne on Friday. I will answer it. Yay. And don't forget too, you know, we have free stuff galore, always on the Saving Dinner website. Always have, always will. Recipes, tips, nutrition, yada, yada, yada. It's all there. All you have to do is subscribe to our Daily Dish newsletter and you will get them every single day. Monday through Sunday. We do pretty much send out an email. Sometimes just once on the weekend, but you know, look for it and enjoy it. And you know, sometimes there's a deal there too. You never know. So today we're going to be talking about overthinking things, because I don't know about you, but I'm an overthinker. You know, hello, my name's Leanne. I'm an overthinker. I overthink and I mull it over and I spend so much time. And just to give you an example, I'm going to show you something. You know, these little, I've shown you these tiles before, these little green tiles. So a few days ago, I took all of my tiles. I've got all different colors of these. Marla gave them to me a while ago. And I took them downstairs and I was thinking, okay, so the pink are going to be for when I do the push-ups. The green are going to be for when I do the stairs. And then I thought, I'm getting really ridiculous about this. Who cares? The point is just do it, right? So I put these in a big, I've got a little container for them. And every time I go up and down the stairs, I plunk them in so I can see. And I'm averaging about 10 to 15 times up and down the stairs. And I do this by leaving my water pretty much downstairs. Now I bring it up when I'm going to be talking to you, just simply because I might need to wet my whistle. But anyway, I am telling you that this is the way this thing rolls. It's quite amazing. So anyway, let's talk about this overthinking thing, because overthinking, you know what it is? It is perfectionism. That's all. It is perfectionism. It is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and it destroys all of your good intentions. It takes the wind out of your sails and it takes you away from the things that you're trying to do, because we have a tendency to think and to think and to think. You've heard the term ruminate before, right? Well, think about what a ruminating creature's about, right? We're talking about a cow with 5 stomachs, essentially. And that's rumination, because they keep chewing the same thing, swallowing it, then throwing it back up into their mouth and chewing it again. Pretty disgusting, but this is how cows roll. This isn't how humans should roll, though. We can't ruminate over everything. Sometimes it's good, of course, to back away and to think about what it is that we're going to do and to have a real solid plan. And sometimes we just need to, you know, put everything on the chill pill factor side of life, right? But other times, this is the stuff that overthinking is about. It is a trap. It is a trap for us to get into the whole rationalization of yeah buts. You know, we can yeah but our lives away, can't we? Yeah but, and then it's also just based on our fear of the unknown. And there's nothing wrong with being kind of a little intrepid about the unknown. But when it holds us back from accomplishing the things that we want in our lives, then it's perfectionism, and it paralyzes us. So rather than overthinking it, maybe it's a baby step. Maybe it's an agreement that you make with your body clutter buddy. Maybe it's just doing one small teeny tiny thing. Maybe it's not such a big project. And maybe you decide, I'm not going to color code everything. I'm just going to put it in a thing and pop it into just like I said. That's it. I'm counting because I'm trying to, I'm writing that book right now, and I'm trying to get things in so that I can talk about this from my perspective of doing things. But I've overcomplicated it. And so then I'm backing out of it and trying to make it a little less complicated. But you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Perfectionism like this, overthinking things, keeps us and holds us back from doing the very thing that we want to do. It does. And it makes us feel like, powerless. And then we overthink that we're overthinking. Anyone been there? That's a pinkies up, girls, right? We overthink our overthinking. And then we talk about it incessantly, and we talk to our friends about it. We talk to our body. And we've spoken about it so much that it almost has its own life. And I say it's time to do. I think doing and seeing accomplishment is the momentum, and it's the secret sauce that we're looking for, because we all need that. We need to know that we're doing things that are giving us rewards, essentially, and that are propelling us toward our goals, and that are helping us to live our lives to the fullest. That's how it is. So I've got 10 things for you on how to not overthink, and to really get into the place of doing. You ready for them? Let's go with that. If you're overthinking, you have to realize that the overthinking, it doesn't give you the insight or the wisdom that you think it's going to. Because overthinking in and of itself, like I said, can have its own life pretty much. And it can be a thing, just another thing that's come into your world that is taking up your time and your energy. And there is such a thing as mental fatigue. You've heard that before, right? And you can feel it. And when we're directing so much energy onto things that don't work for us, or overthinking it, and then we're not adding the action behind it, that's exhausting. And then, but I'm going to tell you right now, do you know when it's happening? Who out here, all you guys who are listening right now, who are live on this broadcast, tell me an example of overthinking something when you knew it was happening and you just said, that's enough of that. I'm not going to do that anymore. I know that you know exactly what I'm talking about. It happens. And then, the thing that we have to look at, number 3, is the thing we have to look at is that overthinking can become a habit. We overthink things. We beat that dead horse to death again and again, don't we? And I'm a recovering perfectionist. My name is Leanne. I'm a recovering, I can't even say it today. But you've been there. You're with me. This is something that we do. It's a habit, but we can flip it. We can flip it at any time. When we recognize what we're doing, then this is a time really to buddy up with your body clutter buddy and say, look, I keep overthinking this and I'm not doing it. Hold me to an account. Hold me to it. Make me do it. We just need to get up our duffs and go. We've had enough time on the couch with Netflix. We've had enough time on the couch with all the sourdough baking and everything else, haven't we? You know how many people have messaged me and said, I've gained 5 pounds, I've gained 10 pounds. I had somebody who said they had the quarantine 15. It's time, you know? As the country opens up, it's time for us to open up and to recognize that this overthinking stuff is just a bad habit. This overthinking stuff immobilizes us and doesn't help us to move forward to get to the places that we want to go. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know? I'll do this thing too, where I will say, well, you know what? I'm going to take after I exercise, I'll take a shower. And I have like these apps. I've got apps all over my phone for all this different exercise stuff. And then I make it too hard. And then it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I want to go take a shower, you know? And instead, I'm breaking it up. I'm using YouTube as my gym. I've broken it up and made it so that it's just like, don't think about it. Just do it. Because that is the impetus to getting other things done as well. It's huge. And like I said, it's 100% exhausting. It's 100% exhausting. Do you know when you have something like this going on and it just doesn't go away, when you have this going on and it doesn't go away and you just keep thinking and thinking and thinking about it and talking and talking and talking about it, you put yourself into a sheer state of exhaustion, not just mental exhaustion, but physical exhaustion as well. And you're thinking, oh, well, you know, it's too late today. I'll start tomorrow. Maybe a thing for you to do, right? And then what happens? Well, that falls apart too, and then everything starts falling apart. Sorry, you guys, my phone has been ringing off the hook. I keep getting rid of it, but I know it's wrecks the signal. So stop that and just start to do. And the other thing that we need to do, and I think this is so critical and so important, is ask if what you're thinking about is truly necessary. Is it? Or is it true even? If we keep on this whole thing of just ruminating over absolutely everything, nothing gets done. And let me just take a look at the cows in the pasture, right? They don't get a whole lot done in a day. They might move from here to there, but they're chewing their cud. They're sitting down underneath the shade of a tree. They don't get a whole lot done. They're ruminating all day long. We don't need to be. This is, you know, we're not the thinker. We're not, you know, we just have to get some stuff done. It's a list. It's not, you know, it's not going to kill you. None of this stuff is going to kill you. It's just a matter of getting it done. The push-up challenge. Do 5 push-ups. Set your alarm on your phone and just do 5. Who cares? And by the way, wait till you read the new book. I can't wait for you to read the new book. There's a whole thing that I've got on fitness in the new book and how just doing that little bit is enough to affect real positive change. There's been some science on that, and it's really cool. So the other thing is, this is time to make a decision. You have to make a decision. And you know what I say, right? You know what I say about this? A non-decision is a decision in and of itself. It's a decision that I'm not going to do it, that you have now an excuse. A non-decision is also a decision. So you need to be proactive and make that decision. That's it. Go with your gut. Go with your inner wisdom. Trust yourself. Know that that's enough and that tomorrow it can be more, you know? It's really that simple. It's really, really and truly that simple. And I will tell you that there's nothing more exhilarating or liberating when you finally just decide, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to ruminate about it anymore. I'm not going to be talking about it endlessly. I'm just doing it. You know, push-ups, 5 push-ups every hour. No big deal. I can do this. And at the end of the day, you're going, dang, I did 10, you know, I did 50 push-ups or whatever. And with each push-up, you're getting stronger. And I'm using that just as a rough example. But this is, you know, important for anything. It's important for the work that you're doing. for your employer. It's important for what you're doing as a parent. It's important for the food you're eating. It's important for everything. We get stuck and paralyzed by overthinking everything, and then nothing gets done. It's crazy. The other thing is that you can ask for support. This is why I strongly suggest a body clutter buddy. And let me just tell you, you can get a body clutter buddy anytime you want. Easy. You know how you get a body clutter buddy? Go into our sprint group and say, I want a body clutter buddy. And I'll tell you what, they will show up. You will get somebody and they can hold you to an account because you need support. And support is a whole different thing, a whole different animal than venting. You know what? I'm going to tell you what. Venting makes me nuts. Yes, we always, we need an outlet, of course. But when our whole lives are all about the venting, you wouldn't believe what happened to me at the grocery store today. You wouldn't believe this jerk in the parking lot the other day. You wouldn't believe. I told you that my mother, God bless her, my mom, I loved her. She was fantastic. And it's hard to believe, it's almost 4 years since she's passed. But, she was a hand-wringer. She was a hand-wringer, that one, and overthought everything. Our house was spick and span, of course, but everything was based on fear. And I believe she, how she made it to 83 is beyond me. But we can't do that to ourselves. And when we're living by fear, we're overthinking and we're absolutely paralyzed in getting anything done. And it runs the gamut. It runs the gamut. It runs from A to Z. It runs from your work, from your relationships, from everything. Weight loss, of course, too. I mean, if you don't do anything with weight loss and just keep on the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results. We know that. So we need support and we need community. We need that one person that we're going to be accountable with and that they're going to hold us to an account. And that person that we have this relationship with, this body clutter person that we have, or buddy, that is a special relationship because that is, we are holding each other to an account. It's not all about the venting and the this and the that and all of that. And you can become friends and you can, hear about each other's kids and all of that. I would never say don't do that. But there's a purpose that you started this friendship in the first place. And that is to bring you guys together because a rising tide lifts all boats. And you want to be in that rising tide, don't you? Don't you? I want that. I want to be, we can lift each other up. You can't do that if you're constantly venting because there's no action to that. It's just like, oh yeah, here you go. Oh my goodness. Have you been on the other side of listening to someone vent? How much do you want to hear that all the time? Because complaining is what it is. And complaining literally shrinks your brain. I've shared that with you before. It literally shrinks your brain. There's studies to prove it. It's the whole hippocampus, and it just goes. Do you want that? I don't want that. It's a low level, a low vibe way to live. We want to live up here. We want to live in the place where life is lovely and wonderful, and we are looking to get everything that we can out of it. Not all this garbage. It makes a big difference. So what do we do to get out of this? How do you get out of overthinking everything? Well, I believe that one of the reasons why we overthink things so much is because we don't have a strategy. We haven't bothered to do a brain dump and get it all out on paper and figure it out. I will tell you that when you do that and you trust yourself enough to drop it all out, and I always, I'm just like big on the pencils. I use a pencil so that I can erase things, so I don't get caught in my perfectionism. Oh my gosh, I'm scratching things out. I don't like looking at that. I'm going to just admit it. So this little thing on the end is called an eraser. I can use that to get rid of stuff that I don't want to see, the mess that I've made. It works. It's a genius. Whoever thought of pencils and erasers. get your pencil and eraser out, get your paper out as well, and just make a strategy. And I'll tell you something, if it doesn't work the first time, keep working it, because eventually you're going to find something that fits just right. Remember Goldilocks? You know, this one's too big, this one's too small, this one's just right. Well, there it is. We just need to be like Goldilocks and find the thing, find the strategy, find the plan that works for us, the one that's just right. And then the last thing is, for heaven's sakes, let go of it. We can let go of it at any time. We can just say, you know what? I'm just having a time here. This is just so hard. I need help. Because sometimes somebody else's perspective can help you straighten out what you're trying to think about, right? Our overthinking holds us back from the life we want. It holds us back from everything that we're trying to accomplish. And you guys know, what is the thing that we always say? Is this helping me to live a more vibrant, wonderful life? Is it? And what we think about expands. So if we're overthinking, then that's expanding and it's taking up our whole lives and nothing's happening. You know how that is. And I remember when Marla, when I very first started on the whole Fly Lady journey, this is back in 2000. This is back in 2000 when I was a freelance writer and everything, and my house was a disaster. It was either clean or it was a disaster. There was no in between. And I just couldn't figure it out. I could not figure it out. And then when, I had a freelance writing homeschool board that I belonged to. Remember when they had all the boards and everything? This is way before Facebook. And somebody said, oh, you got to try Fly Lady. Oh, okay, check it out. So what did I do? I go to Fly Lady's site and I download all the stuff. Well, no, she didn't have a site at the time. It was a group. I remember that. It was a group. So I go over there and I'm, trying to do all the things and trying to catch up on all the stuff, trying to make it all so difficult. And then finally it clicked in that I just need to do one thing. I'm just going to go clean my sink, right? That's when it started to click in and I could add to the others. Add this, add that, add this. That's what I did. And now I don't even think about my house anymore. I don't even think about it. It's just on automatic pilot. Automatic pilot. Yeah, it was. Yahoo groups were along. Oh, hi, Nikki. Yeah, it was a long, long time ago. It was way before even that it was a Yahoo group. It was one group or one thing. I don't remember. But this is even before Yahoo. This is like eons ago. But the whole thing is, somehow or another, we got to the place where I got it. And it was just do it. Just do it. And stop trying to make it perfect. Stop trying to make it just like what Marla does. Because it wasn't about what Marla did. It's about what I'm going to do. She wasn't homeschooling kids. She wasn't doing the freelance work that I was doing. She was telling me how to clean up my house. And all I knew is I just needed to get in there and clean up the, clean the sink. And when she told me I could put a dishpan underneath the sink for all those dirty dishes, I was home free. Because I lived in an old 1860s farmhouse and we certainly did not have a dishwasher. So that was way back when. But that lesson has stayed with me all the way through. And it's what allowed me to start my business. It's what allowed me to write 10 books. It's little by little and it's doing something. When you do, you get. But when you just talk about it and think about it, you get nothing except a lot of mental exhaustion. So if you're in the place of thinking and overthinking and thinking this is too hard or this is too this or this is too that, then it is. And it will always be. But if you're willing, if you're open, and if you want to try something new, I double dog dare you. So there. I dare you. Do it. Join us on the sprint. We start on June 8th, for heaven's sakes. It's one of the most incredible things and it could change your life. I know a lot of ladies here that I know personally who are in my bigger coaching groups that started on the sprint, and their lives have changed totally. And they'll tell you about it right here. They're my ladies. And you are too. And I appreciate you for showing up. I appreciate you too for sharing these videos. And I appreciate the fact that you guys are all in. When you're all in, you get what you want out of your life. That's what this is all about. So it's Motivational Monday, and I don't know about you, but I am about to have one of the best weeks of my life. What about you? You know? What about you? Amen. The sprint has. Yes, Allison. All of my ladies. Pamela, I'm so glad you're joining us. That's going to be great. Catherine, thank you too. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Always here. You're so great. Thank you for your support. You guys have been awesome. And all of you who support us with dinner answers, don't forget we have pandemic pricing. Pandemic pricing, y'all. $7 a month. And it'll stay like that forever. And I really appreciate the fact that, you know, you guys show up for my cooking as well. Cooking will be Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern this week. I've changed that all up. It's too much to do twice a day. I've got a book to finish. And right now I'm a day over my deadline. So I'm going to get that finished. And I am also going to hold you guys to an account to be in the sprint. Go to savingdinner.com/sprint. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to change your life? I hope so. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys. You are the best. Peace out.